I did have a lot of very profound and lasting kind of images flashing through my mind when I was going under the anesthesia, images that clearly connoted death and images that clearly connoted life.
Are they images like?
I saw dark masks crushing, like death masks being crushed in series, and then I'd see these great circles of light, and then like Hillary's picture or Chelsea's face would appear on the light, and then they'd fly off into the dark, into the distance, and other people that I knew and cared about. It was amazing. And it's the only thing I remember. I remember it very clearly. I don't remember whether it was going under or coming out or both. I just remember seeing it.
Is there a prayer you most wanted to pray?
Well, no, I did pray, but when I didn't exactly say, oh, God, give me another chance here. I figured I'd been given another chance.
Another chance, and he knew it. And only Bill Clinton would come out from under anesthesia, well, still working the crowd.
I don't remember all this, but they say I was quite funny when I came out. I was giddy happy when I was coming out of the surgery, and I was waving at everybody and calling them by name in the operating room. And Lord knows what I did and how embarrassing it is. I don't know that other people know better than me.
Campaigning?
Yeah, I was.
And mostly celebrating. If you wonder just how close he came, take a look at this picture. For the first time, you're seeing Bill Clinton's heart as filmed in his angiogram. That area we highlighted is not just trouble, it's a heart attack waiting to happen, perhaps only hours away.
There's not much blood flowing past this area.
Oh my goodness.
Dr. Craig Smith, President Clinton's surgeon, and Dr. Alan Schwartz, President Clinton's cardiologist from New York Presbyterian Hospital.
You can see the dye has been injected in the main coronary artery here.
They show us how the blood in the artery is proceeding normally here until it hits this part, where plaque buildup has almost entirely blocked the blood flow.
That was his most critical obstruction.
I must say I was surprised, and the doctors were surprised when they did the angiogram that there was as much blockage as there was because I'd been so active. I had over 90% blockage in 2 arteries. They were afraid I'd have a heart attack before I could have the surgery.
So in an instant, the president's family learned that the man they had regarded as indestructible was in a race to the operating room.
What was Mrs. Clinton's first word to you?
You mean when we found out about it? Oh, you know, she's a pretty stiff upper lip type, but I could tell she was upset about it. And I said, look, you know, we dodged a bullet here.
He was keeping up a really good front, you know. He was, well, we dodged a big bullet. This is actually really good news. So it was typical Bill Clinton. It was, you know, we're going to be very positive about this. And meanwhile, I'm just dying on the inside. I'm so upset. And
Who had to tell Chelsea?
Hillary called her.
Was that hard, that first call with Chelsea, too?
it was hard. It was very hard. She was shocked because, you know, he had looked good.
They both came, and the hospital was wonderful to us, and they both stayed in the hospital with me.
I saw you played games the night before.
Oh, yeah. I did.
It was a really emotional, difficult period. But, you know, Bill wanted to play cards and play games and talk on the phone to his friends. And then, of course, have these long conversations with Senator Kerry about the campaign. You know, playing cards, playing Boggle, this game he loves called Upwards, which is a form of Scrabble. You know, Chelsea and I'd kind of go off and sort of hug each other, and it was, you know, it was a little surreal because he was so sure. You know, Bill he's never been afraid of death at all.
I wasn't frightened, but I think you know somewhere deep in your subconscious that, you know, you're very close to your own mortality when they saw you open and flop your heart out, you know. And I've already lived a year longer than my grandfather did, my maternal grandfather. My father died in his late 20s. My stepfather died at 58, the age I am now. And I know, you know, death is a part of life.
What did you say as you're heading in?
I told them I loved them, and they were just there. I sort of prayed that it would come out all right, and prayed that if it didn't, that my family would be all right, and my friends would be all right.
It's going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. He just kept saying that over and over again.
At any point, did the two of you stop and contemplate the possibility it might not be fine?
No, we really didn't. I mean, I thought about that, but I had a lot of confidence in the doctors. And, you know, I also still view him as indestructible even after this operation. So I never allowed myself to think that.
Was there something you wanted to make sure you said to him before he went in?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we got up really early before they came to take him away, and then we spent some time together as a family. You know, we just told each other how much we loved each other and that, you know, we were there for each other in every way.